Well, first off, we just took this for a rip down the road.
Yeah.
Perfectly legal because it was on a closed road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a helmet on.
Fully in compliance.
The Turbo XRS, so this has your Smart-Shox, so it's got the Smart-Shox that are fully adjustable. Everything's actually adjustable on your screen, which is for the first time in any machine.
All right, right off the bat, is this the best of the best Can-Am made for side-by-sides?
So the two-seater I wasn't sold on, but after riding this, and literally just down the road or whatnot, but
this is the pinnacle of the sport.
Yes. I mean, the way that the customer built this with the accessories that he added, I'm not gonna lie, he ordered this as soon as they released this back in, I believe, like August. He text messaged me and said, hey, I gotta have it. We ordered it, finally came in. He added a bunch of extras, a bunch of goodies on there that we're going to show you guys. Hands down, so far, this is probably one of my favorite machines that we've done a video on.
Mine too. Definitely the nicest Can-Am side-by-side I've ever seen. Like Jeff mentioned, it's got the Smart-Shox on there. It's got everything updated in the front that Can-Am did a few years ago.
LED lights.
Yeah, the LED lights up. And it's a whole new front end too, isn't it?
Yeah. They did change the colors too of your arms. They used to be just silver.
Yeah, those
I think
aluminum
that changes everything. The aluminum.
It blends in much nicer.
He added a bumper and a winch to this. So, I mean, not much of a bumper, but you do have a front bumper there.
Yeah, I even like the black hook, so everything just blends nicely, all blacked out.
Glass windshield with wiper. And then we also added your mirrors, and a new accessory this year is the smart lights that are on the front of those. So we can show you that a little bit later. We'll light them up for you.
Check out the graphics. They actually have a bunch of little Can-Ams into the XRS on the side of the machine. Nice.
But this thing is absolutely massive. I mean, 77 inches wide. I just tried to turn around down the road.
A little bit of a school bus turnaround.
I had to take it into a field to do that.
What's the weight on this?
Because he added the roof. The roof's probably another couple hundred pounds. Overall weight on this, I mean, dry weight is 2,600 pounds, 2,650.
Wow.
To be exact. So probably with all the accessories and stuff that he added, you're probably looking almost close to 3,000.
It's a small pickup truck.
It's a hell of a lot faster than a small pickup truck.
Yeah, you mentioned that roof though. I can't wait to show them this roof.
So they do come standard with the XRS model comes standard with just a poly roof.
Poly roof, okay.
But the customer wanted to listen to tunes and he's going to be able to jam out with this. The JL Audio roof on here, it's actually a two-piece roof, but there are 6 actual speakers in there.
Yep.
And you'll hear in a little bit. It's loud. It's their stage 4, they call it.
My question would be, can it hold up to abuse of off-road riding?
Yeah, I think this is actually more heavy duty than your regular
you know what I'm
poly.
saying? Like if you hit a tree branch on that or you come down landing hard.
It's a molded plastic, but I think it's actually feels a little bit
durable,
sturdier than your regular normal poly roof that they have on them. So
right, but that did add some weight because of the components it's got stashed in there. We'll show you guys those when we go onto the inside. Tell us about these tires and wheels.
So they're 32 inches.
It's a big
they're
tire.
Tenacity XNR tires, and you're also getting 16-inch flow-formed beadlock wheels.
Yeah, it's a good looking combination on this machine. What's the ground clearance with that rim and tire combination with these Smart-Shox?
17 inches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the motor. Show us this and give us the specs on this because it definitely has some noises coming from it you don't find on other Mavericks.
So it is a 240 horsepower motor, which is going to be the top. Polaris does have a motor that's out there, but it's only 225 horse. But just look at the size of this thing.
So it's industry leading in horsepower.
Yep, it's a Rotax 990T engine. So it's a 990cc turbocharged triple cylinder engine, liquid cooled with integrated intercooler and high performance air filter.
The throttle body on this thing is huge.
I've ridden in the turbos that Polaris has and it doesn't compare. The biggest thing though is just the overall size. This thing's 77 inches wide.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely massive. Like
very large car. And if you look at the dimensions of everything, is very stout, very solid hardware on all of it. The shock springs on this thing are very stout too.
Those are the Fox 3.0 Podium RC2 piggyback with bypass, dual speed compression, and rebound adjustments.
All right, looking down the side of this, you can really see the length of this. What are the actual measurements on the length? Because it's a long car.
The length is about 175 inches, which equates to about 14.5 feet long.
14.5 feet. That's a machine right there. The outside's impressive, but how about you go over to the driver's side? I'll jump in the passenger side. We'll take a look at this interior because it's got some impressive features.
One is the seats. I mean, they are very, very comfy. The front and the back stitching, and then it comes equipped with your 4-point harnesses standard.
One of the first things I noticed when I got in was not only the touchscreen, but the shifter is actually a different design.
And this is where you just have reverse and then drive. So once you're in drive, you're good to go, and then you use your paddle shifters to go through your gears.
So you pull it, and there's another side for going down.
When you come to a stop, it'll automatically be back in first gear for you.
Okay, and how many speeds does the transmission have?
7-speed.
So that's very cool. 7-speed transmission, and you can play with it all through the paddle shifting. Is there an option though if you just wanted to leave it in fully automatic and not mess with any shifting?
Yeah, so you can change all that stuff. So there's drive mode, engine mode. There's so many different things that you can do with this. Suspension modes that you can change, which we'll go through everything with you. It is very extensive, the amount of electronics in this machine that gives you
Control of a lot of different features.
For the first time, and it's all by touch too.
Wow.
Like all of your systems here, your windshield wipers, your lights out there, they're all controlled and integrated into this system. So you had to put in a module that basically allows all of these things to be integrated into the screen.
Into that screen. And the screen is aftermarket?
No,
that came from Can-Am.
Yeah, stock.
Just like that, not something the owner added.
Nope. Front and rear camera stock too.
Wow.
So there's a backup camera, there's a front camera, and that's all stock. Push of a button, she fires right up.
And I'm assuming you can control suspension settings through all the screen.
So you can go into suspension, you got Sport Plus, Sport, and Comfort. There's your cameras. So there's your rear camera. Switch it around. There's your front camera. Preferences. So you have Wi-Fi, you have ride settings, maps. So there's no internet right now, but you'd have to connect to the Wi-Fi. So if you have that, you'll be able to pull up maps and see where you are. Now these are your different drive modes. So basically you go here, you got Sport, Sport Plus, Custom 1. So you can basically control how you want your suspension and your power steering and what mode. So you can change all that and set those settings. So if say you're out and you're going over bumps and whoops and you want it set for Sport Plus with the suspension plus the engine mode, it'll automatically, you click it into that mode and it's safe.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Or if you had a buddy that was less experienced at driving, you maybe give them a lighter setting that you would use yourself.
You put it in normal mode, that way they don't get out of control or
and break your new toy. Yeah, that's an amazing technology right there. I noticed when you actually change from like normal to Sport Plus, we hear an RPM change. What's it doing there?
Yeah, so it drops the cylinder, and you'll hear it in a second when I bump it up to Sport Plus. If you want to go back there, or even just right here, you'll hear it. It's like launch mode. It's awesome.
Yeah, so it's dropping a cylinder to create boost within the turbo.
Yep. And
that's why we hear the turbo spooling up more.
Go right back to normal. And that only happens when you're in drive. So once I put it in park, you won't hear that.
Yeah, so it even quiets down more when you go to park. Very interesting technology. I bet we see this copied on other manufacturers.
The big thing that Can-Am came up with is this gauge. I mean, they've been lacking in the side-by-side game, I believe, when it comes to electronics and being able to have what Polaris has always had, which is your ride command, which you have your backup camera, front camera, which is standard on all of your ultimate machines that Polaris has. So for Can-Am to finally start integrating this into some of the machines, I think that they're headed into the right direction. It's definitely what people want for ease of use and just overall navigation skills, to see the mapping or to see where you're going. Obviously backing up with this thing, you can't see anything behind you. So to have that backup camera, it's absolutely necessary.
Sure. Now show us the stats. I was wondering what that did.
So that'll be like for your current ride. So it's pretty cool. You can see what we're doing. Obviously we haven't done anything right now, but it'll tell you your average speed, your distance, and how long you were out there for your ride. So this is your smart controls here that I was talking to you before. So right now our mirrors are off. So if
go ahead and turn them on. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, those are bright.
So that's a brand new accessory for this year. He wanted to add them, and this is the first time seeing them on there. I think they look pretty cool on there.
They're awesome.
And then your windshield wiper, that's all on there too. So you have, it's all touch button. So here's intermediate. Then you can turn on smart. Basically, smart is if it's raining, it'll control that.
I've never seen that in a side-by-side.
So, and then, or you can just leave it on all the time. And then you have your wash button here.
Oh,
oops, sorry. Did I get
sorry, you got me. It's okay.
Cool thing is the windshield reservoir for like your fluid and that, it's actually located up under here. If you pull this part out, You can fill it up right there. It's
very
cool.
easy
So
to
it's very
service,
easy to
yeah.
get to and access.
Okay, so let's go over the list just for the viewer again, what this customer added that you can expect with a stock unit from CanAm. You're not going to get this awesome speaker roof, which I haven't even showed the viewer yet. They got some speakers up top here.
But they will get a standard roof on the
roof.
On the XRS, it comes standard with a roof.
Will they get a windshield?
Nope.
He added that. He added the wiper. He added the washer kit.
Yep. Your mirrors, your side mirrors.
He added these mirrors. Okay. He added the bumper and the winch.
Yes.
All right.
He actually added rock sliders, but they're on back order.
Okay.
Yep.
So the rest we can expect to come with our stock machines.
Correct.
Everybody else is going to get this touch screen as normal, the shifting as normal, the paddle shifters and all that fun stuff. And the 5-point harnesses, those are stock?
Yeah.
He didn't add those.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Just in the XRS, though.
Yep.
You got to keep that in mind. There's different tiers and different levels of these machines, which you can go from your base model all the way up. This is the top of the line machine. So, I mean, it's equipped with your Smart-Shox. So this is the most expensive side-by-side that CanAm makes in this model. Also, instead of having it focused primarily on through the gauge, you do have the manual buttons as well that can be pushed for your winch, for your wiper kit, and then your LED lights. We hope you enjoyed our review of the 2025 CanAm Maverick Max R with Smart-Shox. As always, if you like this machine or are looking for another machine, contact us at 315-834-6500 or check out our website at bibbensales.com.
Took a deal, signed another deal, post up in the hills on the rail, headed for a mill, travel with me still, gang kills, always pop a pill, got these pop stars try popping in, and they getting pop for real. I ain't tryna build, I was tryna lead a mill, getting to it before I hopped up off the block. I was still going through it, friends doing pills, and came faster than it should've. I was Buddy Hill, shooting at a pace soon as I pull up, dropping buckets. Hey, yeah. Like it's nothing. In the kitchen chopping onions. Yeah. Tears falling down. Underdog is finally overcoming. Cause I'm dropping buckets. Hey, yeah. Like it's nothing. Hey. Earn my respect and burn a budget. Hey. Tears falling down. Underdog is finally overcoming, baby. Yeah, I'm dropping buckets. Drop some cash for me. Don't worry about my past for me. I'm driving with no gasoline. This life I live's a fantasy. Yeah, I do this for my dogs. All my day ones and my family. My life gon' live through them if I end up in any tragedies. I hope y'all understand this shit got bigger cause it had to be. I always knew I had it, but just not at this capacity. I recognize the gravity. Closer to the summit, stacking chips and counting nuggets. I've been stunting, baby, cause I'm dropping buckets. Hey. Yeah, like it's nothing. Ayy, in the kitchen chopping onions. Ayy, tears falling down. Underdog is finally overcoming. Cause I'm dropping buckets. Ayy, yeah, like it's nothing. Ayy, earn my respect and burn a budget. Ayy, tears falling down. Underdog is finally overcoming, baby. Cause I'm dropping buckets. Earn my respect and burn a budget. Tears falling down. Underdog is finally overcoming, baby, cause I'm dropping buckets.